Okay, this is just going to be a short stream, just kind of warming up for the day of videos, but we're going to take a look at some of the discourse around Alberta separation. Do you think it'll happen? I don't know.
As you can see behind me, there are hundreds of people lined up to sign a petition. What's the question? Should Alberta separate from the rest of Canada?
You can see
The Quebec separatist movement, by the way, has also been heating up. Pretty interesting.
line. Like the lines are there everywhere. For every event, doesn't matter, small town, big city, medium city, the lines are there.
This is one of over 30 similar events being held across the province in January. Brandy Bowman showed up because she says she's tired of Western Canada being ignored.
We're not your enemy. We've actually done a lot for you guys, so now we're just going to do it alone. We could actually prosper for the first time in years without having to run through Ottawa's red tape, which we're sick of.
Others told me their main concerns are around taxes, employment, and housing.
We have to work even harder because we're too busy paying all of our taxes out east and we get nothing back in return. And the people here have to work extremely hard to pay their rent, to pay their gas bills, to buy their food, and I think enough is enough.
The federal government doesn't seem to be interested in working with Alberta, and it's unfortunate. But you know what? We have a choice to make, whether we continue the status quo or we're going to make a change.
I think I want to see change for my kids. I don't want them to carry all the debt that's going to happen by keeping in what we have right now.
Organizers say roughly 1,700 people showed up to a second signing event in Eckville.
Does that not come up when maybe my stuff is like shadow banned? I doubt it. I don't really do anything too crazy. That's my YouTube and my Twitter. I don't know why that's not working.
About 50 kilometers from Red Deer. They believe momentum is picking up, but there's still work to be done.
We've already got over 2,000 canvassers, so we're gunning for a lot more. So I think that's going to be super. I think this is a true grassroots movement.
We're confident that we're going to achieve our goal. We're going to shatter our goal of 177,000 signatures, and we're trying to do everything we can to get well over 1 million signatures before the 120 days is up. So that's our goal.
They have until the start of May to gather those signatures, which will then need to be verified. If this succeeds, it could go to a referendum or be discussed in the Legislative Assembly. At minimum, it will definitely send a message to the residents of Alberta and the government. And if it doesn't,
maybe I'll leave Canada. I'm not like...
Oh, you're considering it?
Considering it, yeah.
Do you know where you would want to go, maybe?
I don't know. Maybe Mexico?
The opposing Forever Canadian petition, which argues to keep Alberta in...
Actually moving, though, is a lot of work. It's easy to say that.
Canada.
Some people obviously have moved. Like a lot of people have moved out of Canada.
Completed its own signature collection in December with over 438,000 signatures, significantly more than the approximately 200.
Hello, D2C. Yeah, we've covered this a little bit. I still think at the moment it's a long shot, but I don't think the chances are zero because I think Carney being the leader helps, like the Alberta Stay movement. I think if it continued to be Trudeau, it would pick up even more momentum. Trudeau just was a brutal leader, very divisive, but I don't know. We will see what happens.
94,000 needed. Lena Alsadi, CBC News, Red Deer.
So there's another video I want to watch on this. There's a few more actually, but one was by his name's what's his name? The Fringe. Unacceptable Fringe. He did a video on this. Yeah, Alberta Patriots threatened as lines grow larger. Yeah, MRAS, I don't know why it's not working. Like, it should just be... I don't know why that...
Oh, yeah!
Oh, I guess I can't, like... paste into here or something. There, if you click that, that should work. I don't know why that's not working, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, this Fringe guy's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. Breaking right now, happening right now in Edmonton. The lines for Alberta independence are even larger than what we showed in Red Deer this week. This is absolutely...
That's cool.
And then we're going to move on over to the footage. If you look in Drayton Valley here...
I wonder if there's a live stream of anybody like out on the street actually covering this. That'd be cool to check that out, but I don't know.
Jason Levine was collecting signatures last night, standing room only. Bruce Party was speaking. Of course, you see that room is absolutely full. There would have been lineups outside for that one as well. Absolutely great to see. But I want to bring in something that's a little bit of a concern here. And forgive my voice, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold as we move forward with videos here on the channel. 'Tis the season, ladies and gentlemen. All right, as we head over, good old Mike, which, by the way, he's running his Freedom Honey podcast Mondays exclusively on the channel here, sent me this morning. The pro-democracy Forever Canada people are doing whatever they do best to shut down democracy. Now, we already saw earlier this week, I covered a story where the Canadian Brewhouse in Edmonton had been phone called and told, hey, don't let those guys in there. They basically had their Bud Light moment. They canceled the event. They canceled the lefty event that was going on. So now the Canadian Brewhouse made both sides of the spectrum angry. Massive boycotts going on. But
I've never even heard about that. That's cool. You remember when Quebec had a referendum and the rest of Canada begged them to stay and made concessions? Yeah, maybe that'll happen with Alberta. That'd be good. I'd be happy with that outcome. That might be the best possible outcome. If things become more balanced. Like definitely Quebec gets a lot more benefit than Alberta does from being in Canada. And that referendum in Quebec was like so close to actually passing.
These guys just don't want to allow the democratic process to move forward. This is how you know we're winning this, folks. This is how you know that independence stands a very, very good chance. When Forever Canada was trying to get their petition signed, when Tom Lukaszuk was out, we all said, it's terrible. We don't like it. We're not happy with it. Nobody threw anything at them. Nobody tried to shut their events down. Nobody interfered. People just allowed them to do whatever they wanted because we knew darn well Tommy couldn't get the signatures he claimed he could get. We allowed their democratic process to move forward. Well, the opposite side of the spectrum doesn't want that. As of course, right now in Edmonton, over at Rundle Park, and again, it's happening as I'm recording this video. Everyone send a 311 complaint to Rundle Park. They can't set up tables without parking permits. And while all that's going on and the left can't comprehend that, oh no, they're going to get their signatures. Over here, Mike Freedom Honey also sends me this video that's going out, and it's going to lead to my concerns. Mike says, I'm completely speechless. The delusion of the Forever Canada people has reached beyond comedic level. Yes, all hail Steve Bannon.
Yeah, the country definitely does dump on Alberta. Totally unfairly. I get why people in Alberta are pissed. That's why I don't think this independence thing is nothing. I think there's a real chance it actually goes through.
The new overlord of...
I'd still put the odds at, I still think it's a long shot right now. And if you look that up, there's definitely not 50% of Alberta, to the degree at least you believe polls, that are on board with this, but it might get there.
Alberta? What are we talking about here?
I definitely think there will be a referendum, though. There seems to be a ton of momentum behind actually having a referendum, and I think it's kind of unfair if they try to change the rules to not allow that to happen.
Make the video I wanted to make this week because I spent every single day on the phone with multiple lawyers, and in honor of that, I'm gonna say something mean.
Wait a minute, before she gets started, why is it always that the people on the radical left, and I'm going to say radical because of the ideas that are being portrayed here, why do they always look so insufferable? Like, they're always the ones that don't put on any makeup. They don't look like they care about their lives. Is it just me? Am I the only one who finds this? I don't know. Anyways, let's continue. Let's continue with the rhetoric.
This video is specifically dedicated to the people who are standing in these lines across all of Alberta, and I'm gonna say it as nicely as I possibly can. You're being manipulated.
Oh my gosh. Is that true?
Specifically by this man. This is
By Bannon?
Steve Bannon, and if you don't know the lore behind this man, you should absolutely dive into it. Steve Bannon is why Britain left EU and why the quality of life has decreased in Britain and why billionaires have gotten more wealthy. He was the brainchild.
That's the exact opposite of Bannon's political philosophy. Bannon actually is a right-wing guy that literally wants to raise taxes on the super wealthy. So what she's saying here is totally false. Again, Bannon is MAGA, but he is very pro-working class. What she just said there is totally wrong.
Behind Cambridge Analytica that was manipulating Facebook to convince people to leave the EU. He helped get Donald Trump elected using that same methodology. This guy is not great. And if you don't think that
I
his
like Bannon.
influences here in Canada, do I have news for you. This article is only a couple hours old, and it is Steve Bannon talking about how Canada can be the next Ukraine and how it's an honor to be called the 51st state. And that our Arctic is tremendously vulnerable. And this is not the first time that Steve Bannon has said this. He's been saying this for probably close to a year. This guy says the most unhinged shit, and then it comes true. And no one listens to Steve. He says the quiet part out loud and has been for decades, and no one listens to him. So for the love of God...
People listen to him a lot. He has a ton of influence in U.S. politics. He'd probably be top 5.
Listen to Steve. This initiative...
Steve Bannon, how far...
in his back pocket. Province, he can grab you. Best interest for you. This is Facebook manipulation. This is social media manipulation because it's his best interest.
How do these lines have anything to do with Steve Bannon? That's Facebook manipulation. People feel the bad economy. It's been bad for a very long time in Canada, at least 10 years.
For you to want to separate from the rest of Canada, because if you're an unstable province, he can grab you. He can make money.
Yeah, we're gonna be schooled by a left wing. I feel like there aren't that many of these wild lefties in Canada. I know there are because they vote that way, but at least online, there's not that, unless I'm not aware of them, there's not that many lefties in Canada that actually put their views out there. There's Rachel Gilmore, and then who else is there on a regular basis? The Canadian left in Canada, I would say, are kind of cowards. Like, they don't even share their opinions. He wants to blame Trump for bedwetting too. Yeah, it's like Trump derangement syndrome. Trump grabbed her pants.
Money for the
yeah, CBC brainwash for sure.
Plethora of billionaires that are in his back pocket. This guy is the guy who figures out how to perpetuate an agenda that's being funded by billionaires.
It never ceases to amaze me just how far gone these people are.
Hey, Static, how are you? Yeah, the leftist clowns. I actually wish for my own content there were more online leftist clowns in Canada. Like I said, there aren't that many. There's, I guess, Laura Babcock. I just recently... Oh, yeah, Crazy Babcock. Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, I became aware of her maybe 2 weeks ago, but yes, she definitely falls into that category.
Like, the tone of her voice going off about Steve Bannon,
Charlie Angus.
This is the one thing that separates what we want from what they want. And I really hate putting a line in things, but it's just for perspective here. We want people to open... We, meaning the folks who are already sold on independence, are trying to get others to open up their eyes and see what is going on in our country, how we have no representation, how our money is flowing out the window, how our I want to remind everybody to be very, very careful, cautious, vigilant. Keep your eyes open whenever you go to these signing events. I'm not trying to discourage anybody for going to these events. Please go exercise your democratic process. I think that the signing events will need to start. These are the people we deal with daily. The deranged mind of the.
Yeah, I saw this on X. You see this? This is total lunacy here. Biz times 10. Someone could become a Canadian hero if they committed some crimes, and then dynamite, bomb blast emojis.
Left, ladies and gentlemen, we are not the same. Look at this post. Someone could become a Canadian hero if they committed some crimes. This, of course, is.
You can't get their point out without calling the right Maple MAGA. Totally can't stand. Yeah, these leftist clowns are taken seriously. They come across as satire. Yeah, they do. I prefer when the leftists like to wear the nose ring so we can quickly identify the crazy. That is so common. That leftist nose ring. Obviously the hair too. Any brightly colored hair, I think, is immediately a leftist. At least that's how everyone thinks.
A response to the pleb.
Is anyone going to this party? This is pretty cool. I wish. I'm not in Calgary now, but I would have gone to this. I don't know if I would have spent $2,000. Probably not. To attend the convention. I mean, maybe if I thought it was gonna be really awesome, or if maybe I'd go there and live stream it or something. That'd be cool.
I'm throwing a massive party in Calgary with all of your favorite influencers 2 weeks from now. I know not everybody can afford $2,000 to attend the conservative convention, the leadership convention. So this.
Oh, that's what that is. That's $2,000 to go there. Oh, Pleb is hosting a free party. Nice.
Free party is for the people. I'm going to live stream this event for those who cannot attend in person. Will you watch? Of course, he's going to have Mark Nixon there, Jasmine Lane, Mario Zelaya, many others. In fact, I was invited to this event, and unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because I'll be in Calgary a few days prior to cover the Alberta Independence Town Hall / rally at the BMO Center. So for me to drive from Edmonton and back several times in a couple of days, it's just not feasible. I wish them the best. I hope they have a wonderful time. I'm sure it's going to be off the chain. The pleb knows how to throw a good party. But yeah, it's Edmonton. If you thought Red Deer's lineups were huge, again, we showed Drayton Valley earlier in the video. Boy, this makes Red Deer look like a bike ride. Keep in mind, they sent me this video. This was 5 minutes after Rundle Park started taking signings this morning. You can see the sun over here on the right just creeping up. They started taking.
Just talking to my parents and their friend who's in 60s, they are 100% that Alberta and Quebec will not be leaving. They have been saying it for 50 years. It's a way to get more taxes from the federal government. Like as in a negotiating chip. So then the federal government will send more money. Yeah, maybe. I don't disagree with that. I don't think the chances though are zero. Like I said that earlier in this. I think it could happen, and I think a lot of people in Alberta are like legitimately pissed. And if Canada had a great economy, I don't think any of this would be happening. Even if there was, like, it wasn't a totally even playing field, perhaps there'd obviously be some resentment, and hopefully that would be just fixed anyway. But I think this is all basically a result from our terrible economy, and you got to put a lot of the blame for that on Trudeau. That there's not a lot of high-paying jobs. There's a housing crisis that's pretty much all over the country now. So it makes sense that people are going to be pissed and try to do what they can politically, try to fix that.
Signatures at 10 a.m. Take a look at this lineup, folks. Tell me this doesn't blow your mind.
Yeah, I don't. You think this will really help this one? Yeah.
Nobody talking about whose land it actually is. The amount of land the Aboriginal people own, Albertans have zero chance. I wonder what would happen legally with all that if Alberta actually did leave. Because what if those people say, oh, we're an independent nation within Alberta? Couldn't Alberta just be like, okay, well, now you're an independent nation within Alberta that's not a part of Canada? Maybe you could say that. Plus, I definitely don't think the average person in this line cares about that issue at the moment, for sure. That'd be my guess. I think that whole Aboriginal rights thing too, the land stuff, that's been so divisive for the country. There's been so many things. Everything in the last 10 years has been divisive in Canada, pretty much. Just pitting people against each other. That's why, on some level, I actually want to celebrate Carney's deal with China, just because we've had nothing to celebrate. So, okay, you got some canola tariffs to come down. I don't know. I kind of feel like being happy because Canada has just been one negative crap story year after year for so long, and a lot of pandering to minority quote unquote groups to make sure they all feel so comfortable when the rest of like the average person just gets told your problems aren't that big of a problem. All those people lining up looking to get more taxes. They want a future instead of being screwed by Ottawa. Maybe you mean aren't? I don't know. They would get a pipeline, they would be good. Yeah, we need a pipeline for sure. It'd be absolutely crazy. Who says these people even live in Alberta, but just joining the line to sign? I bet you I bet you all of them live in Alberta. I don't think this thing's that big enough to be bussing people in. I don't know if Canada's really worth spending the money to try to disrupt in that way. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. I bet you there's a lot more fishy stuff that happens in America than Canada. Because that's expensive. Bust somebody in, like that'd be so expensive to do that. Try to get them to fraudulently represent themselves. Doesn't matter if you don't like who owns the land. That's the way Confederation has been. Just a bunch of white people that may have lived in Alberta for a few years. Just because a few years, that's way longer than a few years. I hate the whole Indigenous versus white people thing. I hate that. That's like, I'm almost as far right on that issue because it's so divisive. It's so stupid. We don't need to, I don't want to go my whole life. And I know a lot of other people would feel this way. Be like thinking, I'm on stolen land. Like, let's get over that. You just cherry pick one part of history and what we all got to feel like shit for the rest of our lives. I hate that. It's not good for anybody. They got paid with what things were worth 200 years ago. F off, we own this land. I basically agree with that. It's not just white people lining up. Yeah, I've seen a lot of non-white people. But it's all good, Random Reynolds. I like your take, but I don't agree generally with what you're saying.
Thanks. Right there. You should just be riding by.
Wow, look at that line. Holy.
It's the same.
By the way, I'm like technically, I guess, Indigenous. I would say I'm white, but I'm Métis at least. I have like a Métis card. But again, I'm mostly white. Look at that line. That is incredible. Wow. And the crazy thing about this, we're like right in the heart of winter. I don't know what the weather is in this place, but it actually doesn't look that cold though here, which is probably good for these lines because people aren't even really wearing toques. Damn, that's cool. Okay, let's see what else we can find on Alberta Independence.
Have you ever seen?
Wonder if there's any live stuff right now. I'll try to see. I kind of doubt it, but do a quick look here. If there's anyone on the street looking at this. The Antifa, nah, nothing. We got nothing, folks. We got way more videos though.
Well,
this is a big channel actually. Let's see what they're saying about it. Redacted. Does anyone know this channel? Is this Canadian or American? Because this is, he's wearing an American shirt, but maybe I feel like this account does talk about Canadian politics sometimes. This is a huge YouTube channel. This channel has almost 3 million subs.
Alberta, Canada about to become its own nation. Wouldn't that be incredible? We're rewriting boundaries in real time, folks, around the world right now. Would they drop Canada altogether, become a free and independent state?
Not like the elbows up losers. Everyone in line is calm and polite. What a beautiful sight. Yeah. It will never happen. Elections Canada has strict guidelines for collecting signatures. The lines are legit. Get real. Living in Alberta for a few years doesn't give you land rights. It will never happen. People can feed into this BS all they want. I think there will be a referendum. That'd be my point of view right now. I think there will legitimately be a referendum. If I had to bet right now, it would not pass. Because I honestly just don't think things are bad enough in Alberta yet. Hopefully they don't get there. Like when I say yet, meaning hopefully things get better. But that'd be my likely outcome. If I had to bet on this, I would say there will be a referendum, but it will not pass. But I don't put the odds at 0. That's my honest take. Like if there was a referendum, it very well could pass. People didn't think Brexit would work, even like on the day of, and it passed. 99% of those people don't even know the consequences for leaving. They are being fed propaganda. Know how many got paid in my Aboriginal reserves? Got paid in my for nothing. Come on. Apparently, I'm also, but there are no proofs. I'll never admit to it. I'm French Canadian. Bonjour. American alt media. The Canadian government tried to wipe out the Métis. Yeah, that was like Louis Riel. Shout out to Louis. It's a very slow day. I watched 2 docs say it's a very slow. What do you mean slow day? Like slow news day? 16 years warning you about Mark Carney and United We Stand from Press the Truth. Watched 2 docs today. Slow day.
Province, country. It's happening.
Peace
Tens
Bridge.
of thousands of Albertans lining up in the frigid, cold winter to sign the independence petition. Look at the thousands of people. This is just one spot. I mean, this is just one spot in Red Deer. There's so many spots around Alberta where this is happening. Let's bring in David Creighton, who joins us from Ottawa, Canada now. And I asked David yesterday, I said, David, how real is this movement? How real is it? Are we just seeing some of these social media images here, or is this a real independence movement? David, what did you tell me?
This is for real. This is potentially the most real opportunity for Alberta to become an independent nation, independent state in the history of Canada. I spoke to my good friend Jeff Rath last night. He's the legal counsel for the Alberta Prosperity Project, and this is the chief advocacy organization for Alberta independence. And he said the polls right now are 45% and higher for Alberta independence in the province. That is as high as it's ever been, because I can remember independence.
I just did my UA THC test for my private pilot's license. Oh, nice. Yeah. So UA, is that like a marijuana test? I don't even know what that means. Private pilot's license. Oh, that's gangster. Nice. Yes, no news repeats of Carney in China. Yes, no news repeats. Next week he's in Davos. Yeah, Davos will be cool to follow. There'll be some fun live streams, I think, for Davos. I want to see Trump's speech at Davos. That'll be fire. The immigration issue is the powder keg. People are done with paying their replacement. Yeah, the immigration. Oh my, like man, it is actually unbelievable how bad Trudeau was as a leader. He just rode the wave of the woke insanity that swept over institutions. And it was way harder to criticize stuff during the woke insanity because there was censorship online. A lot of people like would ban you from society if you didn't have basically a progressive point of view on stuff. It's actually just totally shameful how Trudeau was able to like definitely, I'd say best case scenario, he made Canada way worse than it was before he took over. Next week he's in, I think NWO. Yeah, that was crazy when Carney said the New World Order. The New World Order. E-drug test. I'm not. Oh, nice. Good job. Shout out to you. That's great. WEF and Bilderberg are the NWO. The New World Order. I wonder, yeah, anyway, I'll get back to this video here for now.
And its movements in the past, not just in Alberta, but
Republic of Alberta, welcome in. Thank you for chatting. His father did the same thing. Pierre Trudeau flooded Canada with immigrants too. Yeah, that's like I mean, Canada would be probably a way better country if those two people, not even probably, it would be because, well, anyway, that's a different issue. Like, I think Pierre Trudeau is a big part of getting the entire country to be obsessed with the French language, which I like the French language. I think it sounds very nice. I even like hearing it in airports, kind of. I know that's kind of weird, but maybe it just like reminds me of traveling or something. But I think that was pretty expensive for sure to do that. And how, like Saskatchewan, I think 1% of people speak French. But obviously Quebec, I think it's probably appropriate for them to speak French. But Bill Cooper wrote in his book about the world government, Bilderberg Group, in Geneva, Switzerland. Nice. I don't even know who Bill Cooper is. Carney serves on the board for the WEF. I'm sure he doesn't anymore, but did he before? I don't doubt that. I doubt you can still be on the board right now if you're the leader. I mean, if you can, that's so crazy. There's no doubt, though, Carney is a globalist. That's my biggest, probably, ideological disagreement with Carney. I think he's competent. I think it's fine in theory if he's making deals with China because whatever, like it doesn't mean you have to be married to China. It's just time will tell what that deal actually did, I guess. But I definitely ideologically disagree with globalism. That has not been helping out the average person, I would say.
The entire section,
at least the average person in a Western country, they've been kind of getting sold out to these huge interests.
Not just in Alberta, but for the entire section of Western Canada. It was never anywhere near 45, potentially 50%. It was always a fringe movement where you were lucky maybe to score 15% in public opinion in this, maybe 20% at the worst times with the federal government bearing down on Alberta.
He's making a good point here that it was always a fringe movement. It's that's a good way to put it. I don't think this is a fringe movement anymore. I almost think that's not even debatable. Like it's kind of getting mainstream attention, but that doesn't mean it's going to pass. But I do not think it's fringe anymore. You got any big plans for the weekend? No, not really. I'm going to go to the gym after this and then probably just keep making videos. No plans for me. What about you guys? Does anyone have any big plans? I want to travel again soon, although I probably won't travel for at least a month, but I'd like to go back to Asia. Maybe Mexico, but I want to go to Asia more than I do Mexico, but we'll see. So I'm kind of hoping maybe I can get out there in March for a while. Maybe just back to Thailand, or maybe I like Bali, but it's like the wet season right now in Bali, so maybe like Koh Samui, Thailand. I know it's not today, but Pierre Trudeau was a founding member of the Club of Rome. His right-hand man, Maurice Strong, co-wrote UN Agenda 21. That's interesting. I do not know very much about any of that stuff, but thanks for sharing. The Club of Rome. Let's take a look at what that is for fun here. I'm running out of Chat GPT credits. What is the club? Well, I think you can still use it maybe, but it's like different model or something. Club of Rome, international think tank founded in 1968. It focuses on global long-term problems. Unchecked economic and population growth on a finite planet is unsustainable. Oh my gosh. These people love those words. And they get more power. How is Pierre Trudeau? Club of Rome just sounds right like a sounds like some sort of globalist slop organization. The Club of Rome. He was not a member, but he was ideologically aligned with many of its ideas. Yeah, interesting. And again, this is just Chat GPT. They don't get everything right all the time. Very cool. I don't doubt it, though. Yeah, Pierre Trudeau is definitely before my time. I don't even know, like, when did Pierre Trudeau die? I don't even know if he was really... Like, I don't even remember the funeral. Like, I think it was televised in Canada, but I don't even think I was old enough to, yeah. I was only 9 years old in 2000. Age of 80, so I lived pretty long. He was a member. Karaoke tonight, that'd be fun. That'd be fire. Yeah, I would do karaoke. I'd have fun, or I think that'd be fun. I've never really done it, I don't think, at least as an adult. I only remember doing that like on school trips or something. Had a plan for the world to be divided into 10 kingdoms or nations. Holy. In that sense, I want Alberta to stay together, but I don't see the government fixing their own mess. I just think that, me neither. I don't think Carney is aggressive enough, but I do think Carney's better than Trudeau. It's just, I find that maybe I've been almost like conditioned to be so used to just mediocrity and crappy Trudeau government that thinking Carney's a little bit better than that's probably not good enough. Also had plans for mass. Oh, damn. It sounded like that. It sounded like the population growth they said was unsustainable. The one thing that happens when the population grows, this happens in pretty much every Western country, people stop having children for whatever reason. That's kind of debated as to why that happens, but that basically is the case, that when society develops to a level, people stop having kids. The only sort of like developed Western nation that has a population rate above replacement, people maybe debate whether it's Western or not, but guess what do you think the one country is that has a birth rate above replacement rate that's considered basically like a developed kind of first world nation? What do you think the only country is? I mean, you could Google it if you want, but just guess, because there's literally one country of all of them. Even America is below, Canada's way below, China's way below. Yeah, guess if you want in the chat, because it's a small country.
Oil with a national energy program that was very unpopular, but never this high. And, you know, Clayton, I had to think with your last guest on talking about...
No, Japan, good guess, but Japan actually is one of the worst, actually. It's an interesting guess because I could see that, but Japan and South Korea are doing terrible. I think South Korea is even below Japan.
Canada so much, and how Australia and Canada are basically emulating each other.
A lot of countries around the world in the Western developed countries have similar problems. It's just that Japan doesn't have the immigration problem that Canada does, but they haven't crazy economic growth problem. I think Japan had like a tiny spike in immigration and their citizens got so pissed off. I think Japan is quite anti-immigrant from what I've heard lately. But I'll say the country in a second here.
With hate crime legislation and hate speech legislation.
It's a country that's in the news a lot lately. That'll be another hint. They're in the news a ton in the last maybe 2 years.
That's one of the reasons, Clayton, Albertans want to leave. It's because of the out of control, off the rails federal government that is imposing legislation that is just so deplorable and so unwanted by Albertans. They're saying there's no alternative but to leave the country.
What would you say is their biggest grievance in Alberta?
Anyway, it's the country is Israel. Israel's the Ukraine. Good guess. It's Israel. Israel's the one country with a birth rate above replacement. That's like a developed sort of. I said it's I said it was a Western country. Maybe it's not considered a Western country, but it's definitely a developed country with like an advanced economy. It's pretty, for GDP per capita, Israel does quite well. Pretty much on par with all the major European countries. Canada suck at everything. Their data is always wrong and out of date. You think the data is wrong? That's kind of interesting. I know America gets criticized for having incorrect data. I don't know. If America does, there's a good chance Canada also does. But thanks for chatting, D Hardy. Thanks for watching the stream.
Is there a common thread among maybe farmers, oil producers, or just average Albertans who don't want these draconian speech laws and the Carney government? Is there like one major thread running through all of it?
There sure is. And it's probably something called equalization payments, which you don't have in the United States. But in Canada, equalization payments mean that the richer province essentially pay the bills for the so-called poorer provinces.
And they do. Some people say, oh, it's the federal government giving the money. They try to use the trick that Alberta sends money to the federal government, then the federal government sends it to Quebec. So that's not actually Alberta subsidizing Quebec. That's the federal government. That's the biggest lame bullcrap excuse I've ever heard. Quebec does get money from Alberta, whether it touches like at a bank account in Ottawa first, does not matter.
Poorer provinces are called have-not provinces. Richer provinces are called have provinces. Canada has very few have provinces. The most have provinces.
Are you talking to me, D Hardy? I suck? You suck. Or are you talking to, yeah, tell me if you're talking to me. Stand behind it if you are. I don't know what that means by you suck.
In the country, of course, is Alberta with its natural resources, its oil industry. So Alberta is spending billions of dollars of its treasury to support people in Quebec, in Ontario. You think Ontario is not a have province? The industrial sector of the country? No, doesn't quite fit the bill. So Alberta is paying the money so Ontario can use Albertans' money to pay for social programs and however they want to. And it gets even uglier in Quebec, where they're spending even more of Alberta's money on their programs, on their policies.
And Quebec is very obsessed with the climate change stuff. So a lot of their minerals and they're like industries they could be developing more, they don't because they want to be green. But then they want to get money from the Alberta oil sector in taxes. It's so insane. That pisses me off so much. That is so unfair. These big alt media channels are run by military intelligence. They are paid actors. Still agree with some of their information because it is facts. You think so? You are paid by are run by military. You think this one is redacted by military intelligence? This is a huge channel. Redacted. Maybe not huge, but it's big. Like I would say the huge channels would be like Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan. Quebec has received 700B. Yeah, holy crap. That's almost $1 trillion. Alberta's fed up. We want out.
People resent that tremendously in Alberta, and that is the common denominator whether you're talking about farmers, oil people, businessmen, business people, people who just want to make their money and keep it. And of course,
Imagine that.
it's the high taxes coming from the federal government, and it's the regulations on the oil industry. It's everything that is making Alberta less than it potentially could be.
One of the top trending hashtags in this on X is Alberta separation, and this idea that there's this myth about Alberta will be landlocked, and so this has been making.
And again, the thing that bothers me, like I said, the most about the equalization stuff is Quebec whines constantly about climate change. If you watch that guy, the Bloc Québécois leader, Yves Blanchette, whatever his name is, Yves-François Blanchette, he's always going on and on about the climate. And he even mocked Alberta culture, saying something to the effect of, I don't know if cowboy boots means a culture, something like that.
This idea that there's this myth about Alberta will be landlocked. And so this has been making the rounds. I want to put this up here on the screen if you could, Philip. 88% of trade is with the United States. So this idea that this would be landlocked, an independent Alberta will be landlocked. 88% of its trade is with the United States. So what does this exactly mean for maybe a U.S. partnership here if this goes through? Have you heard any overtures yet from the Trump administration?
Oh, absolutely. And the Alberta Prosperity Project has sent representatives down to Washington. They have met with top level members of the Trump administration. Two things.
Pierre Trudeau drafted the equalization program. He left out Quebec's resource revenue in the formula. That's how Quebec have classified as a have not drafted. Yeah, okay. He left out Quebec's. Are you talking about the hydroelectric power? I think I have heard Max Bernier talk about that, how some of the revenue that Quebec gets isn't even included in the formula. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on that topic, but Max Bernier did say that and nobody corrected him. Redacted just sprang up out of nowhere. It's no different than InfoWars and all the rest. But so what? I'll get to that in a second. BC is considered a have province, but EB is ruining the province. Quebec should be considered a have not province, though. They have plenty of resources. Should not be considered, sorry. Totally, they do. And they Quebec has an attitude of, we don't want to do use our resources to their full capacity, yet we'll get money from Alberta. That should not be allowed. You could, I think people would have way less of an issue with equalization if every province was actually doing all they could to support their economy. Even then, I'd probably be against equalization because it's kind of a form of socialism. It's basically incentivizes laziness and not being innovative. So for that reason, just philosophically, ideologically, I'd be against it. But yeah, that's the part that I think makes me the most upset is Quebec turns around and kind of lazy in my opinion, for sure. But okay, this D2C redacted just sprang up out of nowhere. It's no different than info. Do you think that someone's funding them? And then do you think because I don't know that that would be needed, unless you think maybe they're paying YouTube to get exposure or something, because if you have a YouTube channel with 3 million subs, you don't really need a bunch of other funding. This redacted channel would make a lot of money. I don't know what their biggest videos are, but this channel is killing it. So I don't know. And you think InfoWars would be paid for with military intelligence? Quebec has plenty of resources and precious minerals. They just need to do the exploration. But they rely on the rest of Canada. Yeah. Quebec does minerals and timber too. Quebec has a massive natural gas deposit. They just don't want to do the work to harvest it. That's so that's so infuriating. I've heard that. I've heard at least stories like that. BC imported way too many bloody East Indians. I think the whole country did. be honest. Yeah, I don't even blame, like, if an immigrant came here and they're an honest, hardworking person, I don't even blame them, obviously, but I definitely blame the policy.
Things came out of those meetings. The first of which was the Trump administration would look favorably on an independent Alberta and would welcome any overtures to become the 51st state, if that was the wish of Albertans in an independent Alberta. So the response from Washington has been incredibly positive towards Alberta becoming first independent, and then potentially, if that's what the people in the province would wish, the 51st state. And these meetings have been going on now for the last 9 months. They have been entirely positive. And I say this because people are wondering, the big issue now with Premier Danielle Smith of Alberta, she is trying to get a pipeline built with the cooperation of Prime Minister Mark Carney, who has spent his entire career with green energy being paramount, not supporting pipelines in Canada. Pipelines are okay if they're in Brazil or if they're in the third world someplace, but pipelines in Canada, no, that would not work with his net zero policies. So Mark Carney sort of pulled a fast one, signed a memorandum of understanding with Danielle Smith, said, "Oh, we'll agree to a pipeline. However, if we agree to the pipeline, you have to agree to increase the industrial carbon tax on Albertan oil by 600%, 6 times. So that's going to put Alberta energy very much out of the reach of the United States if, and this is a point I have been stressing for the past couple of weeks, if that cheap Venezuelan oil begins to flow north, how do you think the United States is going to respond to that? Because this is the same type of oil, Clayton. It's heavy crude, it's high in sulfur, it's the kind of oil that is used primarily to make diesel fuel, which is the fuel of industrial power. So it's indispensable to American. The U.S. oil, the petroleum, the crude supplies are not that kind of oil that you can make petroleum out of. So the U.S. needs this kind of oil. Where is it going to get it? Well, if the infrastructure is rebuilt in Venezuela, and I predict Donald Trump will do that with or without the private sector cooperating, it's going to be a much more favorable response. So this is why Alberta needs a pipeline through British Columbia to the West Coast so he can be.
Yeah, so you think the alt media whores are there because who do you think is good on the alt media? You kind of, it sounds like D2C, you think the alternate media is not representative of the people, maybe? Is that what you're saying? Like it's kind of been bought? Alberta does not want to be an American state. Washington would take even more than Ottawa from us. Alberta has a 38 trillion national debt. No thanks, not Alberta's debt. Do you want Alberta to be its own thing, its own country? Republic of Alberta, probably, based on your name.
Begin to ship oil other places rather than just the United States. A pipeline, it's not just a pipeline anymore, it's a lifeline for this province. And Premier Smith has already said, okay, if Carney's not serious about this pipeline, and he's recently said, well, I think we're going to have the concurrence, the agreement of First Nations people in British Columbia, which is absolutely nonsensical. Courts have already said First Nations, the Indigenous people should be consulted, but any pipeline going through BC does not require their approval. They have no veto. Carney's now talking like they do have that veto. Why?
Yeah, he's right. It's so stupid.
Because Carney really doesn't want a pipeline going to the West Coast. He wants to squash Alberta's energy resources. But Alberta will go through the state of Washington if it has to. Premier Smith has already said that that's the plan, and that is why Alberta doesn't trust the federal government to build that pipeline or to support that pipeline with a private sector contract. They know the federal government cannot be trusted. It still wants to put a vice inside Alberta's aspirations and to stop them, to stymie them, to squash them.
So you said something, well, many things very important there. And I think that, and you already see the Trump administration, an independent.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I do. Man, if a pipeline went through Washington, kind of loop around here. Alberta wants to be an independent republic. We're larger than France in size and will be fine. He's not making money in Canada. He's got one already in the U.S. America has its own debt, and they have their own lefty lunatics. Not that long ago, Biden was president. He's not making money in Canada. Yeah, but America's not nearly as left as Canada. I think Canada's probably 15%, 20% more leftist than America. I mean, the liberals keep winning. Like, there's a lot of examples of that. There's not as many like lunatic leftists online in Canada, but we keep voting left for some reason. I'll probably finish the stream here pretty quick, and then I'll maybe take a break, and then I'll probably go live with something else.
I'm joined now by Naheed Nenshi, who served 3 terms as mayor of Calgary. And
this will be interesting, though, because this is a leftist guy, like the former mayor of Canada, or Calgary. Definitely a leftist. It'll be interesting to see his point of view. Title of this video is Alberta Separatism Poses a Real Threat to Canada.
Currently the leader of the Alberta NDP. Welcome, sir, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
So you wrote an opinion piece that was published on the ctvnews.ca website this week with the headline, "The Threat to Our Nation is Very Real." And in it, you discuss the rise of Alberta separatism. What are your concerns?
Well, I think the important thing to understand here is that this has been something that has been really encouraged by the provincial government and by Premier Danielle Smith. It's a cynical political move on her part. Her strategy here is very clear. She feels that if she can really fight like the fires of separatism and then get concessions from Ottawa, she can come back and say, see, I made Canada work. I'm Captain Canada. Don't vote yes in this referendum. It's very similar to what Prime Minister David Cameron did before Brexit, but we know how that ended. It takes a politician of great skill to pull that off, and it's deeply, deeply cynical. And the challenge is that you end up stoking resentment, which is what this government has really done. She changed the law to make it easier for the separation petition to go through. Other petitions now have to pay $25,000 to even start, but they didn't have to do that. The Forever Canada, pro-Canada petition that got about 500,000 signatures over the summer had a shorter.
How, by the way, is my volume when I speak on these streams relative to the volume of the video? Meaning, like, is it balanced, or am I way louder? Am I way quieter? Just what do you... I've been kind of playing around with that, but what is your perception of that? Is it... I want them to be pretty close, but yeah, if you could let me know in the chat. He's not making money in Canada. He's already got one in the U.S. We know the threat. Alberta is our daddy.
Period of time, and they had to collect more signatures to be active. These guys have a shorter period of time and fewer signatures. So the Premier is doing everything she can to make separatism a huge issue. It's a distraction from all the other things we're dealing with, like crisis in healthcare. But ultimately, it has the very real danger of pitting neighbor against neighbor, of making people really angry, of tearing the country apart, but also of having great economic harm, which is what we've seen with separatist movements everywhere else in the world.
There have been sentiments of Western alienation in Canada for quite some time, but just recently, the Premier of Alberta did sign that memorandum of understanding with Ottawa on the pipeline. We heard people in the report that we just
Okay, videos are louder. Interesting. Thank you. I think it was the opposite problem before. So I'll keep kind of playing around with that. I don't know what the exact sweet spot is, but
played previously, talking about their concerns about oil. With this new MOU with Ottawa, do you see any changes?
Well, we really need to see more export facilities get built, including pipelines. That is critical to the future of Canada. It's critical to the future of Alberta. We have to diversify our exports. But here's the thing. Conservative governments in Alberta and federally over the last many decades have built exactly 0 miles of pipeline to Tidewater. It's a convenient thing to pull out to get people riled up. But the only folks who actually got a pipeline built to Tidewater, the Trans Mountain expansion, was in fact the NDP government of Alberta under Rachel Notley. And so the difference between virtue signaling in this case and actually getting stuff done is pretty vast. And the MOU is an important first step, but it's not a win. It's a goal in the first period. And in order to get this done, we have to work well with the rest of the country and get these things in place because they're critical to the country. And we have a window of opportunity where majority opinion across the country in every province favors building these kinds of pipelines. So we can't squander that on political gamesmanship. We actually have to roll up our sleeves and get to work and get these things built.
And for anyone who would like to read more, your opinion piece is available on our website, ctvnews.ca. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you, Mr. Nenshi, for your time today.
Thanks very much, and to all Canadians.
So it sounds like Nenshi even is very supportive of the pipeline being built. I still don't see it. I don't think Carney's pushing nearly hard enough. I kind of agree with that person that was on that redacted channel when he says that he didn't think that Carney actually even wanted to build the pipeline. I hope that's not Carney's point of view, but we will see. Keith Wilson, David Fraser. Yeah, I'm going to respond to one of those chats here. Break down the electoral votes in Canada. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the prompt here. Break down the electoral votes in Canada by province. Also include population percentage of Canada, of that province. I don't know if that's even correct English. Include electoral votes as a percentage of total Canada population as well. That's probably some very poor writing on my behalf. I hope ChatGPT understands what I said. Okay, Ontario has 38.5% of Canada's population. It has 35% of the seats. That's pretty proportional, I would say. Same with Quebec. That's actually more even than I thought it was. Quebec, 23, 22.7. BC, 13, 12. Alberta, 11, 10. Manitoba, 3, 4. Saskatchewan, 3, 4. That's interesting. It's still just incredible that Ontario and Quebec have 200 seats. And what's the total amount of seats? They have 200 to 343 total seats. So, and then the West collectively has 80, 94. If you include Manitoba, 108. So the West just politically doesn't really matter. Whoever wins in Ontario and Quebec just keeps getting to be the leader of Canada. Alberta!
We've supported Canada for too long.
The Alberta Prosperity Project's push to see Alberta leave Canada has drawn crowds here in Okotoks, just south of Calgary. It's the latest stop to draw long lines, and those involved say that they're not surprised.
I really believe that this shows how people really feel about what's going on.
Lineups began before petitioners had scheduled to start. Folks in line saying they have been fed up with the federal government for too long.
Blue collar, working in the trades. Usually those are the kind of people that suffer the most, I think. They work the hardest and they have the hardest time with the economy.
Okotoks,
I agree with that.
Is one of the latest towns in the province to see an organized effort to collect signatures.
The Planet D, is this a Canadian channel?
On the citizen petition. Since the petition was approved at the start of January, its provincial tour has drawn crowds, including these scenes in Red Deer, these in Millet, south of Edmonton, and in Calgary.
The pictures they're showing you is exactly like this. People lined up around the corner, down the road.
Petitioners have until the beginning of May to collect more than 177,000 signatures as required by Elections Alberta. Jillian Code, City News, Okotoks.
You say, and then she's just saying what he can to get elected? Alberta! Alberta! Indigenous people may have no distinct status in an independent Alberta. Okay.
Let's start again. Right now, there's a lot of excitement on the prospect of independence in Alberta, on the independence referendum.
This is a speech from January 10, so last weekend.
Rightfully so. It's truly inspiring to see millions of Albertans paying attention, asking serious questions.
Who do you think is the leader of this movement? If you had to pick one, is it an X account? Like maybe Republic of Alberta, maybe you'd know the answer. Who do you think is the leader, or like the two leaders or three or whatever of this movement? Is it the Unacceptable Fringe YouTube account? Is it the Pleb?
And preparing to directly exercise their democratic voices in the most powerful way possible. Citizen engagement at this scale is not something to fear. It's something to respect and protect. And make no mistake, those who think that they are in control are paying very close attention because they know exactly where the power truly lies, here. And I'm here. And I'm here because I want to inspire confidence in the process and to address directly and without apology.
No, I know Pleb is out east. I didn't know Montreal, but I mean, like, who posts about it the most or makes the most kind of noise about it? Alberta work an average of 60 hours per week. I agree. Even when I said Pleb, I was like, it's probably not Pleb. Albertans work an average of 60 hours per week and pay around 65% in taxes. All taxes combined if their income is over 120. We're exhausted and can't take it anymore. 65%? Fringe is only one in Alberta. Well, John Bolton. I guess my question is, how is everybody hearing about this? Is it word of mouth? Like those humongous lines. Are they just hearing about this from word? Like, yeah. It's the APP. Okay, Mitch Sylvester, Dennis Maudry, and Jeff Rath. Okay, thank you. Do those people make YouTube videos? What is APP? Would that be like...
Those who are deliberately sowing fear of what may come next while disparaging fellow citizens for simply engaging democracy. A healthy democracy does not mock and disparage civic engagement. It depends on it, and it thrives because of it. I remember back in the 1990s, when I was just a young girl, hearing adults talk about the Quebec referendum. I did not really understand what it meant. In my mind, I imagined if Quebec voted yes.
Okay, we'll go over to this actually. Okay, we got unacceptable.
I'll let you know.
Unacceptable Fringe is live right now, and I think they're either they're restreaming this or like I'm just gonna go back a little bit in the stream.
The answer to that.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the Fringe. Look at this beautiful Saturday afternoon over in Rundle Park at Edmonton. I'm just headed towards the lines here. We'll go widescreen for you guys. Hanging out, ready to sign.
Great.
How are you guys? Good.
Shout out to the Fringe. This is cool. He's in Edmonton.
Look at this. How are you guys? Look at the lines. Hang on, I just want to look. We got a long ways to go. We got a long ways to go.
If I brought a red flyer, I could have just carried you around into the like the wagon.
I don't see any China flags here.
The quality of this stream is brutal, but whatever.
Look at the line. Let's go.
Hopefully it'll get better. I don't know why it's so bad. That's why we need
Here we go,
independent
folks.
Alberta to get some better Wi-Fi.
Let's see how long it takes us to get to the front, shall we? How you guys doing? Good? Do you mind being on camera? No? How are you? Look, we got the sovereignty table set up. How are you guys?
Well, people are just dying to get signed up here.
We have thousands here today.
Carney's on the loose in China. They're signing everything.
I heard. You know what? I'm surprised not to see any China flags here. That's. I thought people were signing up for the New World Order.
The New World Order.
The new Alberta order. Where's I saw the table. I thought you guys might have been signing, but that's not the front of the line. Look, it goes on for miles.
Whole West should.
Unbelievable.
We have our
Hello, Canadian Carl. Thanks for chatting. Whole West should break from Canada.
we signed up. We just didn't get our cards yet.
Hey, it looks like a fringe minority here.
That's what I keep saying. I thought this was a small fringe minority with unacceptable views. Look at that.
Let's go!
And look, folks, it's only growing behind us. There it is back there from where we came.
There was a lineup of people just to get into the park. Thousands of people.
Absolutely. Oh, it's so good to see. I think this is the biggest line yet.
Yeah.
After I saw Red Deer's line, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, this takes it.
And I thought, man, that is the biggest line I've seen. But Edmonton has shown Red Deer ain't got nothing on them.
Yeah, we started at the back, but works our way.
We started right where it's split, like kind of where that parking lot comes in over there. So we still got to go all the way back to the food trucks to show that line. So it's amazing.
Yeah. We started setting up here, and they're going, "You sign it here, sign it." No, don't.
Nope. Well, as soon as I saw the banners, that's what I thought.
We're
But
signed up. We can't get our cards. They're slow on that.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
have they given you an estimate as to when you guys can get them, or?
Supposed to be this week, then, but I guess next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because we could have been a big help. There's only like 5 there and 5.
I know. And that's the one thing people keep asking me online. When are we getting canvassers? Why is it taking so
That's why
long?
you see these big lineups, because they can't process the people efficiently.
That means we got enough. So we're not running out.
Good, because they're doing the training, they're doing the courses.
They actually ran out of
voting systems to pull the things up.
They actually ran out of forms.
not mailing them out.
Yeah.
Forms.
Because I've had mine in for over 3 weeks.
Unreal. 3 weeks.
Yeah, Emraz, I think where's Mark Nixon from? I didn't know Elevate was from Nova Scotia. Yeah, Marty up north, probably Alberta. I think that Clyde Do Something guy, BC maybe Alberta. And yeah, Northern Perspective, Ontario, that's cool. I think Mario, he's more big on short form video like TikTok, but I think he's Ontario. Well,
I know signed up ready to go, but I need their signature.
Let's get you guys on the front lines. Are you guys going to be in Calgary for signing at all, or?
I think 26.
Yeah. I think they're trying to call up as many as they can for that to make sure they got people. So.
Well, the price is only good for 6,000.
I heard from Stay Free Alberta they're going to expand it if they can.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Edmonton's given them a challenge. I don't think Calgary. We're gonna have to see what they come up with for numbers.
20,000 there at the legislature.
Yeah.
A week-long tailgate party.
A week-long tailgate. That's good. Let's run it. Good stuff. Enjoy your day, boys. Good chat with you. All right.
Marty's from Quebec? Wow. He doesn't know Esh about Alberta. I didn't know that.
So let's keep on our.
I'm from Saskatchewan. Or I've said the last stream or two ago, but I just lived in Calgary for a while. Like I just came from there, and then I've also lived in Toronto for a little bit.
Trek to the front. Let's go on our trek to the front of the line. How are you? I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get
to the front. We'll come back.
We'll come back. Yeah, we'll definitely get some words from the people. I just I wanted to show everybody the line. What are we've been live for what, 20 minutes already? And we haven't got to the front. Unreal. And watch, you're gonna see all these normies on X and different platforms saying, I had Grok count it. There was only like 100 people.
Hey, hi, holy. Oh, there's PJ.
There's PJ. And here's the table at the front. Look, we made it to the front. There we go. How are you guys? Good. How long have you been in line? Hour and a half? Probably the best wait you've ever had in your life, isn't it? Well, except for referendum day. Referendum day is going to be a better lineup for sure. Good to see you guys here. Enjoy. Thank you for signing. How you guys doing?
Except for this is a joke. Looks like the line to get a vaccine. That's a joke, though. That was brutal.
Good. How are you
People
guys?
were lining up like this, though. That did happen.
Guys, I appreciate it. I don't want to move too close because I don't want to get the forms in, but yeah, good work you guys are doing out here. I heard this was a small group.
John Bolton. Yeah, John Bolton. Was that you? But I think Emraz also mentioned John Bolton on these Alberta Independence videos. That's quite interesting. If there's a specific video that anyone would like me to check out, I can do that.
I thought I was going to be out of here in 5 minutes, but good job. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, great.
Thanks for here.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you.
Hey, small French minority.
Hey, there's PJ. I know this guy. Hey, what are you doing here? I thought they would have froze your bank account by now.
This guy's funny.
I'm already on the
You're on the hit list.
brother, man.
How are you? It's good to see you.
man.
Good to see you.
I got the account striped last week.
It's all good.
Some interviews and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna make our way to the back. We haven't even got to the back of the line yet.
Dude, I streamed for 35 minutes or so. How's it going, man?
Does anyone know who this guy
For
is?
35 minutes to get up here, man.
Yeah,
Like,
unbelievable.
I could just park. I could just hung out in the parking lot.
like so many people, and this is Edmonton, dude.
Yeah.
Edmonton.
That's so. The wife said, "How do you think it's going to be?" Because like Calgary, we knew what the turnouts were going to be, and I said, "Well, they're always voting orange, so who knows?" But I mean, this puts it to shame.
They're holy crap, man. I wish I brought a drone.
Yeah, unbelievable, unbelievable. We're gonna head for the back. Enjoy your day. Good seeing you, brother. Don't work too hard. Eh?
See you later, man.
All right, guys. Look at this line. Okay, so there was the front of the line. Now let's make our way to the back for all the naysayers. How you guys doing?
Flames fans and Oilers fans are united on this right now.
Thank God the weather's nice, or at least, doable. How are you guys? Good to see you. There we go. Let's make our way down. How are you? Good. Thanks for coming out. Good to see you. Everybody cheer for Jeff Rath. He's
Brendan O'Connell. Okay, thank you. I'll check that out. Brendan O'Connell. After his name. That's cool. Yeah, thank you. I'll check that out.
probably watching this back at home. Jerry's going to love seeing these numbers. Here we go. How you guys doing? Keep her up, guys.
I'll let him walk through the line here, then I'll go quickly look at some of those other channels.
Unbelievable. What's that, selfie stick?
No. Well, have a good day, buddy.
Take it easy. It was good seeing you. I shouldn't have put my keys in my pocket. My pants keep dropping.
I'll ask ChatGPT here. How many signatures have they got
Unreal.
so far for Alberta referendum?
Keep it going, guys.
I don't know if they're going to have the
Almost there.
up-to-date
Almost there. You guys will be there by
data,
Tuesday.
though.
Let's.
Yeah, the Oilers played with Carney. Yeah.
Don't act surprised when you guys get to the front and see Tom Lukasik taking signatures. That's.
Look at all those people.
Look at this line. It's glorious. Absolutely glorious.
It is very glorious, but it's also what is happening with the data. Data.
Like this since 10.
It's been like this since 10 a.m., folks.
This
looks 4.5 hours later.
This looks like he's filming
Almost
it on a
5.
Nokia flip
Thanks, I
phone.
appreciate it. How's everybody doing? You guys cold yet? No. Good. Good.
Like that's
keep it
just
up.
the way the video is. Even if you go to his actual channel, it's just that sloppy.
Look at all these folks lining up for independence.
So this is in Sherwood Park.
How you guys doing? Good to see you here.
Yeah, we only need 170. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt they're going to get that many signatures.
Look at this line.
Crutches.
He's a good.
Elections Alberta
Yeah,
has
I hope
approved
he's.
the petition and
I
given
hope he's all right.
organizers
It's
like
pretty slippery on this.
Alberta Prosperity Project led by
That's
Mitch
dedication.
Sylvester.
Wait for referendum day for the lineups. Those are going to be crazy. So here's where the line splits again, folks. Now we were here about 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago.
We didn't even get to the back yet.
And look, look, it goes.
Yeah,
and goes.
There's no data yet, it looks like.
How are you? Good to see. Oh no, thanks. I'm watching that stuff, but thank you.
Derek Smith from Lennox.
Yeah, right.
If you haven't seen me on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen me in a police lineup somewhere, but that's okay. It's good seeing you guys. I appreciate it. No, don't say anything other. It's just we're at the top. Just leave it there.
Absolutely.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you guys.
Hey, is Danielle Smith like playing on your RP?
She's told me she wants to get over at some point, so
Hasn't done it yet?
not yet. She's busy. She's busy. One of these days, maybe when she.
Ammo, my spidey sense is going off. You say that you're from Sask and I've lived in Calgary. How do you not know who some of these people are? Sounds like you just got dropped off the truck. Cool, bro. Yeah, I don't care. If you like, get the fuck out of here then, you dumbass. If you actually think that, you're a total go back to India. You're probably a freaking random Indian immigrant. Ammo C9M, get the fuck out of here.
She's out of a job when we get independence. All right, take it easy, guys. Enjoy your day.
How am I supposed to be aware of every single person? Get the fuck out of here, Ammo. Go fuck yourself, you dog shit person.
There we go, folks.
Emraz, are you calling me a bot?
I love it. Thank you.
Why,
How are you
why
guys?
don't some of you guys go live then if you know everything about Alberta and Canada? Go live. You're supposed to know everything about the whole world all the time. Why don't you go live then? Bunch of geniuses in the chat thinking they know everything about the world. Go live then. See how it goes.
We might hit the end of the line in a couple of hours. Who knows? There we go. Look at these folks. How are you? Good to see you. I appreciate it. How are you guys? Is there something everybody's here for? I mean, I thought. Wow. I didn't know Nenshi was holding an election today. Exactly. How are you? Good to see you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's take a.
Okay, Emraz, I got it.
Let's take a look up here. How you doing? Good to see you. Man, everybody here's in such a good mood. It is a little windy. I'm sorry if that's cutting in on the mic, folks. How are you? Good. Good seeing you. How are you, folks? So I think it's safe to say we're kind of approaching the back of the line.
Republic is a bot for what? I think I missed the.
Good to see you here. How are you? Okay, now as you can see, the entire parking lot is just sheer ice. Gotta love the fine work of the city of Edmonton for clearing that out of the way.
I think Republic agrees with all of your.
Where's everybody's property taxes
I
going?
might have missed some disagreement in the chat.
Unreal. Okay,
Get some
let's go.
drama in here.
Let's,
I think I'll eventually do a thing where people like Ammo.
I'm fantastic. I'm so
I
happy.
will do this. Link like a Discord or whatever the easiest way to do this, so people can actually.
I'm
come
sure glad
up
I signed already.
and call into the stream. Then I can debate them. I don't have that set up right now. Obviously, I just started doing this. But
I don't know if I could stand in this line.
That
Look
would
at
be
this.
fun.
How are you guys?
Good, yourself?
Good. How long have you been in line?
I just got here.
5 seconds?
Not just a debate, but people to just come up and have
the parking lots are
conversations.
packed.
Park anywhere. Everyone's
Unreal,
so
folks.
But I don't mind.
Everybody's
I
in
don't
a
mind
good
some trolling. As long as I'm going to troll back. If you troll me, I'm going to troll back.
So this absolutely crazy. What do you think, Mike?
He's telling me that.
I'm shocked. Very shocked, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that
I think at the
comment.
end
I
of the
see.
day,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
I think that this is going to send a hell of a message to the
Yeah,
naysayers.
what do you? It's kind of.
I've
What do you
just been too
consider
busy
an
having too
Albertan?
much
Like
fun on
born in
Facebook
Alberta?
Groups and the forever Canadian people in their whack job posts. So, you're going to seem turned up right now. Because at the end of the day, guys, this is democracy. Even if you don't support the cause or support the referendum, at the end of the day, support a vote. I mean, you should, even if you're on the other side of the table, you should vote for this so that
this is why
if you
I
don't
need
think it's
to
going to go
do
through,
the,
get it quashed. Does it become a problem for another 10 years?
I'll have it set up where people can call.
At this
in
rate, I think we're
because-
going to do it. So,
I don't know if that
yay.
other comment was
I think
talking
we're in-
about like pleb or Jasmine. Like I know who those people are. I know who the major creators are in
I think,
Canada, of course, but I don't know like every freaking
Once Stay Free Alberta gives the actual
random YouTube.
what is it, May
account
3rd?
with 2,000
I
subscribers.
think we're able to collect signatures until. So once they
in
give that
Alberta.
final tally, that's going to show a lot as to the battle that Alberta has coming for it when it goes to an actual
Yeah, take a deep breath. I like the disagreement though. I kind of like the fire.
referendum.
But I think everyone in the chat.
Yeah, and I
basically
think it's
agrees
safe
with
to
each
say
other.
we're
It
getting
makes
that
no sense
referendum
to
vote,
just be,
folks.
like,
The
truly
province is going to be bound
being
for
upset
that
about
referendum
it.
vote at this point. Anybody doubting just as little as 177,000 signatures,
Other
this
than
verifies.
Ammo,
With
if you're
all the
still
lines
here,
we've
I
seen
still
this
think
week,
you're an
it's going to be
idiot.
easily achieved.
Fringe lives in Alberta.
I think at this rate, anything less than doubling. How are you?
Good.
Anything less than doubling what Tommy did with his petition, I think at this point is a fail.
Brought snacks. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be an issue, folks. Look at that line. Look at it go.
Pitbull, thank you for chatting. You think there's
Well, let's walk back and we'll maybe chat with a few people.
You think there's 25 to 50,000 people?
We'll get
that
a
are
few
gonna sign
people in
this
on the stream.
at Edmonton today. That's quite incredible.
I'm just going to stick over in the snow a little bit until we stop because it's icy as hell.
I think I asked this when.
Slippery. I don't want Mike to fall and drop his cigarette.
Not a cigarette.
It's not a cigarette. I thought you were having a cigarette.
No.
All right.
Already. Good.
Already signed. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out in the line. You guys have done great.
Well worth it.
How you doing?
Man, they're too like they might get
It's going
this
great.
in the first
Watch your
month.
step there with the ice. It's really slippery.
They've got 4 months.
Good. Well, it was good to see you
5
here. It was good
months.
to catch up with you in the parking lot.
4 months, sorry,
Unreal.
to do this.
Unreal.
Like
Oh,
this is
hold
going to
on.
be the quickest. Oh, Pitbull! Shout out to you.
Oh,
Nice.
and they're making an announcement.
That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. Arrived at 10:45 or so.
I got the live going on, so I won't be able to right now, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, Random Reynolds. I think Random Reynolds is a
1
little
to
bit
2 hour
more-
wait from right over here, folks.
He's a little bit more like I don't think he's right wing. I don't know. He could speak for himself, but I don't even know if he's here right now. But it's all good. I don't care. I'm fine with people being left in here. We don't all have to agree. We don't have to be like the left, the mob that is the left. But as long as obviously everyone's free to share their views, like I don't want the people who are right wing in here not wanting to share their views either, of course.
Are they sending people away that are at that cutoff? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, Pitbull, you might be right. It might be 1 mil on the petition. I think the real question now is, what are the chances the referendum actually passes when the public votes on this? Because I kind of don't see how this is going to be denied. Like, if I think there's going to be a vote, because if you just try to play games, this looks like it's going to easily get to 177K. Then I think you have to have the referendum just for to like even have the illusion of trust in your province that the people have a voice.
I think we should sign up TIP or a canvas.
So I think it becomes
well, you know what? We tried to get our names in, but it's the time, you know, with everything that's going on. We said, you know, maybe our resources are better used getting folks here.
If there is
should have worn boots.
Referendum vote.
Here, I'll move out of your way here. Hey, we just missed the announcement. Is this?
I'm gonna do it again.
Is this the line getting cut down?
When do you think there will be?
No, we're just telling them, like, guys, hey, this is gonna be like 1 to 2 hours. Literally, everybody's like, cool, okay, we're gonna do it.
So you guys are gonna wait till the lines dissipate then before you head out, or
here until we physically can't sign anymore because there's not enough light.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Can't wait to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much. Bring in some work lights. Yeah, get some food trucks back there.
It looks like a referendum would have to be held by October 8, 2027. Any referendum must take place at the latest or earlier of scheduled so mid to late 26, early 27 would process the result and issue an order for a referendum. I don't know. It sounds like it might happen kind of summer 27, so that's a long way away, geez, but makes sense that something like this would take a while, though. Yeah, maybe summer 27.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Look at all these folks. They're braving it out, folks. They're staying true.
Thank you, Pitbull. Thanks for
sticking around, even with a 2-hour wait.
Like and subscribe,
That's
guys,
dedication.
Please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Absolutely amazing.
You guys are checking out the live stream in the Edmonton area.
Well, maybe I will, but
it's going to be a bigger party later, I think.
That'd be huge.
How are you? Good to see you.
Apparently,
how long have you guys been in the line?
Apparently, the federal buyback program opens Monday, and people wonder why people want to leave Canada under this Liberal government. I know it's incredible how there's a bunch of right-wing positions in America that you're like kind of not even allowed to have in Canada. Like we don't have a Second Amendment.
Reminds me of like Best Buy in like the early 2000s where people would camp out.
You really
for
can't
like newest
be,
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Like abortion is kind of off the table in our federal politics. I'm not even like a lot of these issues I've never had to think about as a Canadian because they're basically just considered not an issue.
All the people cheering in the back. That's awesome.
Or like 97 when Star Wars came out.
The new Star Wars before everybody knew it sucked.
I'm not Rachel Gilmore.
Here, I'm just going to head this way into a snowbank here so we can.
They try and stop this. We have America to back us.
Look at that line. It just goes and goes, folks.
Still pouring in.
I'm gonna flip the camera a bit so I can get some of the chat.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Is there a food truck there? There is a food truck. It is at the end of the line way back here. You can kind of see it in the background. I'm sure they're gonna run out of inventory by the time they're done here.
Someone get down here with tacos in a bag.
Yeah.
Pierre's rally.
Oh yeah.
Let's get another.
That's right. Okay, let's do it. Here, Mike, can you take?
For some reason, I think October of this year. That'd be amazing.
Here, give it to Mike.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, Mike's got two phones now. Look, you're doing a hell of a job. Right?
Yeah,
you're good to go, brother.
Yeah, exactly. I'm producer for the day.
Hang on, I'm gonna get it too.
Everyone's just so energetic. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, smile. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was good seeing you. Thank you for coming out. It's so good to see you here. Take care. Drive safe.
Can I bother to bug you again? I want your chat.
You're never bugging me.
In person, yeah.
How you doing?
See, this is what happens. I can never take him anywhere. I messaged him this morning. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Edmonton and go check it out." He's like, and
Celebrity.
get stopped every 5
Let's
feet.
go.
But guys, like I said, if you're in the Edmonton area, you want to come down, it's still a beautiful day. They're gonna be here until the signatures are done, I guess. So it's a marathon. But yeah, come on down. Spirits are really good. Everyone's in a really good mood, and it's nice to see. All right, boss.
All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Here, I'll get some of the chats. I'm sorry if I've missed any supers or anything else going on, guys. It's very bright out here, hard to see. Someone needs to show up with a keg. Will they be coming to White Card? Okay, so that's a good question. So we keep telling anybody who's in the chat, anybody who's watching this, if you head over to stayfreealberta.com, under the tab where it says how do I sign, you're going to see frequently updated almost daily all of the signing locations that you can go to. If any events have been
Yeah, Dor Medusa. D-O-R Medusa. The numbers are outstanding even this early. Great to see. They are outstanding. This looks like the goal of 177 is going to be reached so quickly.
changed, it will be rearranged before the signing dates. Freealberta.com. I'd bookmark the site if I were you guys to make sure.
Like this guy, the unacceptable fringe, the person that is making this stream.
Talk to him.
Getting stopped by some fans here.
All right, so confirmed live, folks. Breaking news: Steve Bannon is not. He's not involved with APP. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch our news video.
We watched that
it talks
video
about
earlier.
A lunatic claiming that Steve Bannon's in charge. Look at all these Albertans out here.
You guys look good.
Looking for how you doing? Oh, this is fantastic. Love to see it.
It's a lot warmer. I was thinking it was going to be.
Oh,
It's a lot
look, this
better
guy
than
was
I thought it
live
was gonna be,
too.
to
Oh,
be
was that the
honest.
dude that we saw?
It's almost snowman
Is
weather.
this guy black?
I think at this point, if these lines continue, I think 1 to 1.2
Alberta?
million signatures is my guess. By the time May rolls around, if the lines continue, folks. Again, it's going to be very telling what we see in Calgary on the 26th.
If we get 1 million, I think we should
Yeah,
chip
I'll
in.
come back to this one, but I'll take a look at this guy, PJ the Belt. He's also looked probably at the same.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's not black. He looked
Yeah, I'm
black
not
on that.
snow
Just
boots, yeah.
Is he black? No, maybe a little bit.
Unload Park.
That other stream had such bad reception.
Oh, they did a little something there. You see that? Little pathway. Okay.
Yeah, this is the live. I don't know if he's live right now. I think this is. I don't think so, but maybe he's
the
live
line
on
is
something
just
else.
across over there, so I get injured. People of all ages here, man. It's not just the youth; it's everybody. Everybody's here, man. How you doing, buddy?
Fantastic.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Possibly. Like, hey, it's man.
The guy was all gimped out. All the lefties are gimped out like that, man.
You better believe there's gonna send some like operatives and stuff. Yeah.
I don't think he
Yeah,
is
man.
live.
Keep it
and,
for yourself. Yeah.
This is his channel here. It doesn't. It would show live. But this is PJ's stream.
So if they could take a
It's
picture
just
of
that
this
it
lineup
ended
and say
18
that it's
minutes
Their
ago.
51st day. Yeah,
But
that's
maybe
what I'm
he's live
saying.
on something
Possibly.
else, like on TikTok or something.
Like, hey, it's man.
The guy was all gimped out. All the lefties are gimped out like that, man.
You better believe there's gonna send some like operatives and stuff. Yeah.
Enjoy it. Just
Yeah, man. Keep it for yourself. Yep.
I'm only careful who I.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I care just as much
because
as you
the
at the
media
end of
is
the day.
literally trying to use Trump derangement to derail us.
Yep. They're trying to do what they did with the truckers. Just send plants in there with flags that are not supposed to be there and pretending like we're something we're not. That's
surprised we're not seeing somebody stand in the lineup with a Nazi flag.
yeah.
Still early. Might happen.
Oh yeah. Wow, look that. It just holy crap. That line just keeps going.
Oh yeah, she's a good one.
So good to see you guys. You have a great day. Thank you. Yeah, they even brought the puppies out. That's 2 signatures right there. Hey, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to meet you, man. Hello. Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks for coming out. Good. Try not to fall, that's all. try my best not to slip and fall here, but so far no falls. So we'll see. Hopefully I get out. Hopefully I get out undefeated. Holy man, this line in Edmonton. That's a statement. Are you guys all from Edmonton? Like, are you from here? I drove in about an hour and change. I saw it. I was like, man, I gotta get there. I gotta see it with my own eyes. I can't believe, because I was seeing the videos, right? Jeffrey Rath posted a video. It's like, look at Edmonton, and I'm like, no way. I gotta go see that for myself. Unbelievable. For Edmonton, right? Like Calgary, I know people are gonna show up. It's Cowtown after all.
This guy here you're talking about, right? They go live? Is this the guy you're talking about? D2C?
We'll get Lukasik a cake. I do like how everyone on social media right now, every time there's like a footage or something of a line or a video or something like that.
Ammo, you're back. What up, dog? Even PJ is concerned / aware of subversives. Like, I don't know what that... Are you calling me subversive, or are you saying that the people he's talking to in that stream are subversive?
Just mass sharing.
Yeah.
Just to anger the others.
I don't know. You kind of sound like
and that's what I keep saying is that,
bro.
you know, the federal election saw a lot of people getting involved online, a lot of viral posting for, you know, Pierre to get through and for change
when
in
the
Canada.
petition results
I think
come in.
that once this picks up steam even more than it
I
already
agree.
has, I think Alberta's going to be the next hot topic for the next few
Yeah,
months.
is that guy mostly American or kind of a mix between America and Canada? I'll
These
check him
lines,
out, though.
folks, keep in mind, it's not just, you know, Albertans lining up.
Am I a Flames fan? Yeah, but it's kind of they're just kind of a boring team because they don't rebuild and they're not good. So
to say that they've had enough, this is what's changing and reshaping our country. People are going to start to panic when they see these lines because it's no longer just, well, it's a couple of ditch billies and the redneck cousins talking about it. It's there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands, talking about getting out of Canada now. That especially after Mark Carney's announcement yesterday. I seen in my comments on this morning's video, somebody saying it was Mark Carney's comment that pushed him over the edge to get in line and sign for independence. So, you know, the more, and I keep saying it, the more Mark Carney screws around, the better it is for us, the better it helps Alberta get its independence.
Was it Mark Carney's comment or Scott Moe's look?
It might have been both. Scott Moe.
That look.
It's a new world order.
Scott Moe got a wake-up call. He thought they were going there to talk about canola.
That's the new Vance, that's the new JD Vance meme.
Yeah.
The Scott Moe look.
The Scott Moe look.
yeah,
That'll be the news.
They probably will, Ammo. I'm sure there are some people in this line that are not pro Alberta independence. They're just kind of there getting intel. How many of them? I don't know.
Spirit Halloween costume. Unreal. I'll get to some folks in the chat and then we'll probably wrap this stream up. It's not a very large or long stream. I just wanted to get out here and show everybody what was happening, what was going on. Somebody says we should be joining with Saskatchewan. They have similar views and have had enough. Well, the thing about Saskatchewan too, keep in mind their population is less than Alberta's.
Hey,
I think they only need somewhere around 600,000 signatures to leave. Like to leave Canada. So they don't need a lot. What do we got here?
Fancy hot dogs.
Scott Moe side eye. Yeah. Scott Moe was telling it like it is.
Oh,
no digital ID in Alberta. I don't think you got to worry about that at this point.
Oh yeah, the uproar with that I think I shut that down.
Somebody says we're not just getting independence, we're getting it done. There you go.
Sign, people. You guys got to realize too, with all the events that are happening right now, there is a massive pushback from the Forever Canadian people.
Yeah,
they're trying to get events shut down, and like they're playing dirty tricks. They're calling venues, they're harassing business owners and all this stuff. And I'm like, when Lukasik had his petition, there was nothing like this. No one wanted to go shut it down.
Yeah, Wolf is really good. Wolf is unreal, but their backup too is actually good. Cooley. That's pretty much their only good thing is their goaltending. But
So anti-democracy.
yeah, they're hard to follow. The Oilers are better, obviously. You like the Oilers? Yeah.
There's the line again, folks.
I don't know. The Flames suck.
We'll
It's
wrap up the stream. How's that? We'll go show the line from the front again. I should have retied.
Brendan is from Australia.
All right, let's go.
He'll give you information on everything
I'll
but
stay in the snow.
Canada. But he's not a. Oh, he's just like just a channel you like. I see.
Want to narrate while I hold the camera?
One of the few that
Hey,
gives you
how
real
are you?
information,
Good.
predictions of what
Did
to
you get your
expect.
signature in?
Cool.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Dry is my favorite.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Scott Mao. He's not the innocent Hank Hill he pretends to be.
I appreciate it. Thank
He's
you
a
so very much.
Federalist
Thank you
and a
for coming out.
gatekeeper against secession. Did you even feel
All
that
right.
way though? Even before yesterday, or before whatever 2 days ago? Because I think Scott Moe.
Let's here goes the rest of the
Scott
line,
Mao.
folks. Now
Scott
keep in mind
Moe,
this line splits two ways for anybody who came in
like
little
the deal
later
Carney
past when
did
we
with
started the
China.
stream.
Like he said, it was good because obviously the
The
canola,
sun's already starting to make its way down.
some of the canola
Yeah, and it
tariffs
goes
are
down early
expected
here.
to be dropped.
By 5 o'clock, it'll be dark, and they'll probably still be here taking signatures. Let's keep it moving. How you guys doing? Good. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming up.
I was going to join your stuff, but it's the Monday Night Fringe or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm John, by the way.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, 2019, I ran for the Independence Party downtown.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nice, good for you, man.
Well, it's good to see you out here today. Did you get your signature in?
I came the wrong way. So
So you're heading back.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck.
You too.
Enjoy your day. Okay, guys, let's go. We'll head back. I'm sure PJ's still at the front filming away.
I don't think he. Well, maybe he's filming just a video. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You know what to do? Hang on 1 second, guys. Are you able to take that?
Yeah, I'll take that. Everybody's looking good.
Unacceptable.
A decent amount of people in the live stream. Excellent. And these people are really, really in good spirits. I mean, with the wind picking up, I mean, these people are awesome. Just crazy numbers. Make sure you guys tune in on Monday for my show. There you go. There's my pitch where Derek listens. Just crazy.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is live. Try to update everybody.
So yeah, check it with Free Alberta for the next events, and you guys will see when the next signings are available. They post every day, continuously getting updated. And you good?
Hey, there's
there he is. There he is.
Spider-Man meme.
See what happens at what happens at this point? Don't cross the streams.
What happens if you're streaming me and I'm streaming you, screaming
And
you,
I'm
screaming
streaming
you?
I'm pulling a copyright infringement.
Don't even joke about that.
So that's the. Is he live again?
There's the other guy.
Basically the same.
Dude, I am almost certain I will. I got a delivery going all the way to Grand Prairie.
Good.
So
Well, hopefully
I
we'll
think
see
I
you
will.
there.
I think I will though.
Where
are you going to be at next?
Next, I'll be up in Calgary on the 26th. I think I'm emceeing that event. I'm either emceeing or speaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scott Mao, like most establishment politicians, is dirty. He still has not apologized for his 2021 Our Patience. He's at an end speech. Not apologized. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Be back here again.
Whenever. Well, there is a signing going on in Stony Plain.
Like that sounds like was that an anti-COVID speech?
I think it's the 22nd.
Okay.
In Stony Plain, I'll be there. Checking in with people and stuff. Take it easy. Enjoy your day.
All right, guys. Yeah, later, buddy.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you guys.
You too. Absolutely. Everybody's
22nd.
Okay, thank you.
And this is in Edmonton. People were underestimating it. Be like, maybe 300 people. How about 3,000? Maybe 5. Who knows?
This is PJ.
Wow, dude. Unbelievable. I'm so motivated, man. So motivated. Just gonna do everything I can to spread the word. Love to see you guys. Have a great day.
How are you?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Trying to avoid the ice here. Oop. I'll just walk on the edge here. We can walk on the edge. It's fine here, this part here. Nice hoodie.
Yeah, there probably will D2C be a bunch of people that do vote for that just don't vote in normal elections. That's probably true. Almost like a hidden Trump vote.
Hello. Okay, it gets icy again here, so. Hello there. How's it going, man? Good to see you. You still got another hour to go, though. It's worth it. It's worth it, though.
I'm just going to
What's up,
X
Garrett?
here.
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? I met you online. I'm subscribed to you
Yeah,
guys.
so it's kind of trending on X.
Online meeting's different than face-to-face. So it's
Yeah,
good to actually
yeah.
get the
Albertans
face-to-face.
No, I don't.
Oops. In snow for independence referendum petition.
Good to see you, man. I love what you guys do.
Breaking.
Appreciate it,
Edmonton
man.
is
Thank
on
you.
fire
Nice
for
to see you.
Alberta independence. The largest lines we've ever seen.
voices.
Thousands
Yep.
queuing up to sign and fight for our
Dude.
freedom from Ottawa's
Dude.
grip.
Dude, like
This is the momentum we've been waiting for. Watch the chaos
which people
unfold
were
in this video.
underestimating,
Who's
right?
with
Like
us?
people,
Share if you're ready
Edmonton's
for
not gonna show
hashtag
up.
Alberta
It's
sovereignty.
NDP there. No, this is holy crap. This is Alberta independent country, man.
Breaking. Reports are coming in from Edmonton, Rundle
I can't
Park.
speak of this at work.
Yeah.
I can come to this event. And
Yes,
Alberta
I was doing
Independence
some
signing
interviews,
event.
right? And some people are like, for the job, but you know,
3
I
to
love what you do,
5,000
kind of thing.
people
And it's like,
were waiting
whoa,
at
dude.
10 a.m. to sign
Talk
the
about
Free
silent
Alberta
majority, right? Like you can't, because your job,
Declaration
right?
of Independence petition.
Right, like some people can't really say, but this is just heartwarming, man. I'm motivated. I'm pumped.
This is a pretty big account.
People.
YEG Wave.
PJ the Belt on YouTube.
Scene of a lineup in Edmonton.
Plug battle.
Yeah.
Scene of a lineup in Edmonton for an Alberta independence signing event.
So you only work 4 days a week.
Wow. Rise of Alberta. New World Order. That's funny. Alberta doesn't answer to global agencies. Alberta chooses independence. Not the rural, not just rural, not just fringe. It is Albertan, all of it. Alberta Independence 2026. The line, I wonder if this person's at the event, whoever runs this account. The line is 2 hours long. Pretty fascinating. I said this before, but I'll probably end the stream here.
Motivated. Like, this is holy crap. I think we can win this referendum.
I think we can.
I think we can win it.
Yeah,
I
you have lines like this, like you just
in
saw
Edmonton.
Calgary and Edmonton.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, the Oilers are good. I still think they have. I'd say they have a chance to win. I mean, we'll see what happens with their goaltending, but McDavid is back to being kind of like himself. I think. Like, he's very dominant again. The speech was intended to coerce Sask. Oh, really? Who hadn't vaxxed into complying because the province would make. Oh wow. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. I did not. I mean, you don't apparently believe me, but I didn't live in Saskatchewan at that time. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I vaguely remember hearing something like that, but interesting. So Mo was pushing the vax.
Sean, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for your support, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Short answer, yes.
It's just I'm
Scott
trying not to
Moe
fall, man. It's icy as heck.
did publicly encourage people in SAS to get COVID-19, but he did not push mandatory vaccine requirements or vaccine passports at the provincial level. His government's approach was more about encouragement and personal choice than imposing strict mandates. But there were vaccine, like, they asked you if I was, in 2021, I was in Saskatchewan for Christmas. They asked you at restaurants if you had a vaccine passport. I know that was like all over that probably was the whole country, but yes, Mo supported and encouraged vaccination, but he didn't push for mandatory vaccine requirements or vaccine passports. There were, though, again, like there were vaccine passports. Very interesting.
Some parts are better than others, but it's pretty icy.
But
I think they're only collecting
I was in
signatures. You had the
Toronto
booth that we saw. That's
during
where he had
COVID.
material. He was giving
That was
cookies
the
out
most
even
clown
now.
show shit ever.
The line is like 2 hours, but
Doug Ford was the worst during COVID.
worth it. You have a great day, ma'am. Sorry, just coming that way. Babe, this way. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. This way, baby. Because we're going up that way through the snow. That's how we came. That way, it's even icier.
Ooh.
Switch our focus to continue.
Independence. This revelation can explain and the possibility
for the Prime Minister, for the Canadian government, for Canada, what
outlining her goals when it comes to Alberta-Canada relations. In a time of political tensions,
Justin Lucas, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I love Alberta. Great people. Thank you so much. We've got alive our rough nation of Alberta. The numbers are obvious in broad daylight. Nicely done, Derek. Congratulations from the USA. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We also have Jay Morton with a $5 super chat. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you for all that.
Yeah, if you put a link in the chat, I'll play the video.
Folks, again, we didn't do the live stream to try and get supers or anything. We just wanted to show you guys real time what's going on here. Definitely appreciate your support. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up, folks, because again, there's only so much of the line we can show you.
Yeah, I think Ontario, maybe Quebec, but I think Ontario might be I'd say I would put it actually Ontario. I think Ontario is the biggest clown show province there is, and it's the biggest one. But you can feel it. When you're in Toronto, you can like feel the wokeness.
For myself and Mike, stay safe, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.
I think he's gone. I'll probably end this stream here. Unless I'll play that Scott Moe. I'll play the Scott Moe video. Scott Moe running out of patience. I'll try to find that if I can. Like I would patience COVID before. Yeah, I tried. I can't find the video, but maybe it's this one. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I won't be quiet today. Which it most assuredly will be in the weeks and months ahead. Our testing capacity in this province and our testing convenience.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, anyway, I think I'll end the video. I think I'm going to go to the gym. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I think that's about all the drama we're going to get for today on this. DJ is still live.
Seeing
I
it with
think,
my own eyes.
He's basically just walking away. I don't think he's even really at the event anymore. Pretty cool. Okay, thank you everybody. Heard people use the streets as toilets in Toronto. Probably. Though that does happen, like the beaches and stuff, that was happening. Hopefully it's not happening too much anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video or stream or whatever. See you all later. You too, D2C. Thank you.